For stopping in this morning. This is the 4:30 a.m. walk and talk. Just want to make sure everyone can hear me out there. I started an earlier one, but for some reason there was an audio issue. You know what we do in the morning here? We get up, we get started, we discuss our discipline, we discuss the motivation required to be disciplined, and specifically today we're going to discuss how discipline helps with self-respect and how when we take these steps to respect ourselves and to build on ourselves, we build discipline in the process. Or when we build discipline, we build this self-respect in the process. Getting up in the morning and being a part of what we're supposed to do requires effort. It requires focus. It requires knowledge. It requires for us to continue to be determined and for us to know that we have a goal and a purpose. I'm here this morning, people, to let you know you are not alone at this 4:30 wake-up call. If you want to build your wealth, if you're trying to get rich, if you're trying to make changes, if you're trying to live the way other people don't, you need to do what other people don't do. And now this morning is your opportunity to be here with me and to learn and to feed off of what others don't do, to learn how to be more than others are willing to be, to learn how to do more, to grow more, and to achieve more. In order to do any of these things, it requires for you to be up and for you to get started. And if you're not up and you're not started, then all you're doing is complaining. All you're doing is talking about what other people have minus what you have. Achievements require attention. They require action. I want to thank you guys for joining me. I understand it's early and I appreciate you being up and being a part of it. Thank you for being here. Please drop a comment in the chat down below to just say, hey, I'm up. I'm getting started with my day. A thumbs up. And thank you very much for being here. As always, when I get up in the morning and I take these walks because I know my purpose. I know what I'm doing for my family. I know what I'm doing for my loved ones. And I know what it is I'm trying to achieve. Good morning. Good morning from Canada. How you doing, Jason? Hey, I need respect. Kumar, good morning. How are you doing? Respect and love coming from the United States. That's sure where you are, Kumar. All right. Carolyn, 100. Thank you. Good morning. How are we doing? Is that 1 a.m. for you, Carolyn, or are you saying 100? General, we got it going on this morning indeed. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I'd appreciate if you guys could drop a thumbs up. I appreciate you being here this morning. I was on earlier, but the audio wasn't working quite the way it should. I appreciate a like. I would love to be able to continue to talk. For Kumar, you're from India. You're in India currently? Nothing but a thing. Indeed, Valdez, nothing but a thing, guys. So again, I appreciate you being here. As you guys know, this walk and talk, welcome in from India, Kumar. Please share what time you have there. I'm glad to be a part of your day. I'm glad that you could join in and be a part of this chat, a part of this AM walk and talk. I'm on the East Coast of the United States. Hey, how are you doing? Akash. Right now where I'm walking to, it's this morning walk and talk I do. I walk 30 minutes away from home, and then I do about a 15-minute run back. It's how I get my day started. My wife and I have 7 children, and so in order to get our day started, I get up early. I get this part of my life in. I understand it serves my purpose and my development for my growth. And then when I get back, I join in and I participate with helping to get my family's day started, getting the kids up, spending some quality time. So it's important. A lot of us have jobs that we work that can take up a lot of our time. Just trying to make sure I'm getting my walk in. During this time, I also like to encourage those people who are out there, whether in India, United States, Canada, wherever you are, just encourage you and motivate you. I know that there are a lot of things that a lot of people want to do. And this morning, I'm just here as I am every morning to say it's possible. You know, let's get up, let's get started. It takes little things, it takes little steps. And the first step is just being present in what you're doing, right, guys? Just understanding that the purpose is always us. You're always taking steps and strides for yourself and that you're not alone in the process. It can be lonely sometimes. It can feel difficult. You can feel like you're not going to be able to make it. I'm here to let you know every morning from 4:30 to 5 that you're not alone. There's a place where you can find someone who's here to share with you and speak with you. Thank you very much. And so that's why I'm here. I really appreciate you guys could give a thumbs up. I appreciate all the comments, liking. You can subscribe to the channel as well. By subscribing, you can see more content. Not only that, if you hit the notification bell, when you hit the notification bell, it'll make sure that whenever I go out for these walks at 4:30 in the morning, that you'll get this notification to say, hey, he's up, he's moving. Let's all get in there. Let's get started. Let's get going. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that, General. Hi, how are you doing this morning? Mr. Unknown, good to see you back, boss. Good to see you back. I apologize. The earlier stream had some audio issues, so I had to kind of launch this one new, but it looks like we're doing better now. And I'm here as always to let you guys know that you are not alone in your development and growth. Today, the specific topic is how discipline can be used to build self-respect. And self-respect is huge, guys. Self-respect is really big. And the thing that makes self-respect so big is if you haven't learned to respect yourself, to view yourself in a light that requires others to respect you, it's going to be really difficult for you to justify asking for any of the things that you ask for. Whether it's a matter of asking for a raise on your job, asking for respect from your spouse or your loved ones, asking for a loan, more money for somebody to buy your product, it starts with the self-respect, right? And how do you establish that? You establish that self-respect by taking tiny steps. There are little things that we do where we have to meet our own expectations for ourselves. Indeed, Abby, it's about having that character. And you build character by the things that you do when people aren't watching. So it's not just a matter of building character in what someone else says or in how someone else feels about you. It's for sure about how you feel about you. Are you able to look at you, self-assess, and say, hey, I believe what I'm doing is the right thing? Good morning, Chris. How you doing, man? And so thank you very much for the comments in the chat. I appreciate that. My whole thing is that in order for us to be able to do the things that we want to do in life, in order for us to reach any of our goals, in order for us to be able to achieve, give me a moment. In order for us to be able to achieve on any level, it does start with us, right? One of the things they always say is, if there's nobody else there in the morning when you get up, you're there, right? You're there with you when you wake up in the morning. And because you're there with you in the morning, you have to start with respecting yourself. Don't disrespect your own standards. Don't set a standard for yourself to get up at a certain time, and then you turn around and you say, well, I don't respect you enough to get up and do what I need to do. Then you're not going to pay that person. If you were running a business and a person came in and they said, listen, I get it, you wanted me here at 6, but I think 7:25 works better for me, you're not going to pay that person. You're going to let them go. So how are you going to set a standard for others that you're not prepared to set for yourself and hold? And in order for you to see true growth, and this is the difference, this is how self-respect and discipline sets people apart. This is the difference between what you'll see. Everyone talks about 99%, 98%. I don't know what the percentage is, but I do know if you look around you at your job, you're going to probably hear a lot of people talking about outside factors and how everything around them impacts what happens in their life except for them, right? How, oh, it's not my fault. There are cliques at the job. The managers don't like me. And I'm talking about people who you look at and you can say to yourself, man, you seem a little successful. Yes, even people who have achieved a degree of success will still deal with this same issue because it's about a mindset. And when you look at mindsets, mindsets determine who you are. They determine behaviors. They determine outlooks and expectations. What did you say, General? It says, White Beard Show. Though I'm sure it's going to get there, General. I'm sure the white beard is going to come in. Yes. Um, there is some there are some stripes to be earned in the process of growing this white beard. And there were some lessons that I had to learn. And many of those lessons took time. Many of those lessons were difficult lessons for me to learn. Chris Williamson, who has a channel on YouTube, talks about how almost everyone believes they're the exception to the rule. How we almost all of us believe, hey, I get everyone else who's been through this, went through this a certain way, but I'm different. I'm letting you know, being able to learn from other people's experience is a great value. And one of the biggest things to learn from in terms of other people's experience is about when those people actually started to be disciplined enough to do the things they said they were going to do in regards to respecting themselves, caring for themselves, and meeting their goals. If you're trying to build anything, most people say, hey, I want to build tremendous wealth. Okay, you want to build tremendous wealth? That's great. It starts with building tremendous discipline and a belief and understanding of yourself and your ability to do it. We could talk about a whole lot of things. There's this saying that people dream all the time about what they would do if they won the lottery and they never buy a lottery ticket. It's you. It's the same thing. If you're saying all the things that you would do if you had the chance, if there were opportunity, then you have to start to work on you. You have to start to be prepared for when that opportunity arises. And it starts with understanding that discipline and purpose and why starts with you. If somebody else gives you your why, they will direct your life. They will also give you your purpose. Headphones. Let me see. The audio is an issue. I'm going to try to hook my headphones up. I had them on earlier today. Tank, great morning to you. How you doing this morning, Tank? See if I can hook my AirPods up and the audio. Right. I just put in my AirPod. Usually that's a better mic. How is it sounding right now? Do I have any audio? Let me know if you guys can hear me. If you can hear me, please give me a thumbs up in the chat. Can you guys hear me? I have my AirPods in. Sounds good. All right, guys. Yeah, earlier, like I said before, I started the chat earlier at 4:30 and the audio was not working. And so I had to restart it. I took the AirPods out because I felt like maybe they had died and they were the issue. But thank you so much, guys. Thank you. And the great thing is, guys, as I said before, one of the things that I love about being able to have a mindset and an opportunity in life uh, is that the mindset of it's on me is so powerful, right? Here's the thing that we have to understand about blaming it on other people and saying that it's other people's fault is that we don't have any control of our life. As long as we're looking outside of us for the external factors that determine whether or not we're going to be successful and what we're going to achieve, as long as we're looking outside of us, we've given that control over to that entity, over to those people. And if you haven't designed a purpose for your life, someone else has. There are people out there who are counting on the fact that you are not self disciplined, that you cannot manage your money, that you cannot manage your time. Because if you lack self discipline, you lack the ability to manage your funds, you lack self respect, then they can tell you, 13.50 an hour, that sounds good. Take that and come make my company better. Come make my family's future better. 9.50 an hour, 7.25. We're talking about, I know throughout the world there are many things to deal with, especially if you're trying to come up and make something of yourself. But in the United States, where I've been my entire life, the opportunities have never been more abundant. Stop letting people distract you with, oh, look at the politics. Oh, look at the race. Oh, look at all the inequality. And the reason I'm telling you don't let people distract you with it is I'm not saying that those things don't matter. All of those things matter. What I'm saying to you is you matter. And you have to start to determine where you're going to be at in the world and how you're going to invest in yourself. And the reason it's important for you to figure out how you're going to invest in yourself and what you're going to be in the world is because you can't have an impact on any of those things unless you do. You can't have an impact on poverty. You can't have an impact on equality. You can't have an impact on on any of the world platforms making 13.50 an hour. You're not going to change that. You have to make an impact in your life. You have to have a purpose in your life. You have to be able to get up and define what it is you're trying to do and focus on developing and growing yourself. We can't keep giving 8 hours, 13 hours, 46, 56 hours a week, 118 hours a week to mindless scrolling and consuming of time in areas that are not developing us to be able to become stronger in our focus in our area of growth, guys. I want to encourage you and let you know that those things are possible. We can preach about wealth and riches all we want to. I know, I know personally the importance and the value that discipline can bring to financial growth. I know it in great detail. What I'm sharing with you this morning is that you can apply these principles. And if you want to become rich, you can apply them to becoming rich. If you want to become wealthy, if you want to achieve power, if you're trying to move into politics and have an impact on society around you, all those things are possible. But none of them are possible until you start to look at yourself. Stop telling people, stop letting people tell you that everybody who has something has it because of the people around them. It starts with the person. It starts with the individual. There are plenty of people who were born rich and died broke. Okay? So we still have to be able to look at ourselves. We have to determine what it is we're trying to achieve, and we have to start to grow. I want to encourage you to believe in yourself and to believe what your dreams are and that they're possible and that you can start taking strides and steps now. I'm always excited about being able to encourage people, let them know how much I believe in them, let them know how much they can believe in themselves, and continue to provide as much encouragement and motivation as I possibly can. What I've done for over 20 years as a personal trainer and as a leader in retail business is I've worked with people specifically on trying to get their life goals aligned with the goals of the company or aligned with the goals of the workout that they're doing. Uh, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Drug abuse. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Abizel. And the thing that I found is that as I worked with people and I tried to get them to align their goals with the goals and the purposes and the call that the company had for them, is that for most people, they didn't have their own goals. They didn't have anywhere they wanted to be. They didn't have anything that they were trying to achieve for themselves. And if you're not trying to achieve anything for yourself, at many points, I found it a challenge to encourage or motivate people because they didn't want anything. I don't want, like, what are you trying to do with your life? I don't know. Where you want to go? I don't know. What would you like to be in this company in 5 years? I don't know. All right, what's important to you? What are the things that you find most interesting when you're not at work? Like no purpose, just out here wandering. And so at this point, I had to understand. I had another leader come to me and he had to explain to me. He was like, everybody on your team is not going to be a superstar. I'm like, dude, I can't accept people just being average. He says, why not? That's the definition of average. Most people are average, right? If you want to not be average, you can't expect somebody outside of you to make you more than average. There's some accountability. There's definitely a degree of self-discipline and respect and self-worth that you must determine and establish for yourself. Myron Golden has this saying that you will never, it's really complicated, but it's essentially you will never make more money than you believe is a lot of money. Essentially saying, if someone tells you, hey, you need to make $150,000 a year in order to survive, and you say to yourself, $150,000 is a lot of money. And you think that once you say it's a lot of money, you really trick your mind or you trick yourself into believing, I can't achieve that. Like, how do you achieve $150,000 a year? And then you start worrying about making the money instead of making yourself the person who deserves the money. And that's the main focus is we keep focusing on money. We keep focusing on how to make it. How can I move up in this job? Trust me, work on yourself. When we focus on working on ourselves and making ourselves the people who we're supposed to be, and we start becoming those people, our value, once we become self-disciplined, because it's important. When we earn that self respect, that we respect ourselves to a certain degree, it shows up in the way we live. It shows up in the things we do, how we speak to people, and how we demand the respect of others when they speak to us. When we do those things, life changes. The people around us change. The things that we do, the things that we accept change. And this is why this is important. This is why today's talk is important. Today's talk is very simple. Today's talk is about how to use discipline to develop self respect. In order for you to truly expect from others what you want to see from others, it will require for you to provide for yourself and for others value. And your value starts with your self respect. How much of yourself do you respect? How much of your time, how much of your effort, what is the value, what is the worth of who you are and what you bring to other people? Ugh. Streets aren't as dangerous as people believe they are. Hey, Abysmal, take care. Thanks for stopping in today. I have to go as well, guys. As you know, this walk and talk is from 4:30 until 5. I appreciate you guys stopping in today, and I appreciate all the time that you've put in. Please drop a like. Please share, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll see me on the next walk. And it's always a pleasure with you guys. Take care. Have a great day.